People, what's going on? You guys already know who it is. Fireboy in the building. Fireboy DML. Shout out to Nigeria, man. Today we're going to jam a little bit before I talk about 9 rules to not getting scammed. Too much of us is getting scammed in this world. Dominican Republic. Hola, hola, ¿cómo está? Que lo que, wah, wah, wah. It's your boy Bob from Mentourme.com, man. Appreciate the love. We're going to jam a little bit. Lately, I see a lot of people getting scammed. A lot of people could have got scammed. Some people decided to, of course, come ask for some advice from your boy Bobby from Mentor Me. I love you all. That's why I'm always trying to give you guys guidance and education. But today we're going to learn the truth about how to protect yourself from scammers when it comes to your hard work and money. But we're going to jam a little bit first. Baby. People, shouts out to Fireboy DML. I love this song. Nigerian music is just so good. I'm sorry. Which class? I have a couple different classes. We got to play this song too. I like this song also. Dominican Republic is in the building. Colombia is in the building. Fort Lauderdale is in the building. Everybody's at work. People at school. Shouts out to the young kids. Scamming. I wonder why we getting caught up in these scams. Hey, what's going on, my guy? What's up, baby? You know, the 29th is my stock class. The 29th of this month. If you're waiting for that, the 29th of this month is my stock class. So, but people, we're going to talk about something real. But we're going to jam today. We're going to listen to some music today. Dane was popping. Shouts out to my Nigerians. See, right now, we got to realize a lot of people are getting scammed. And a lot of people lost some money with this whole Pompano scam. But again, y'all can't say your boy. For the ones that I did save, the ones that did listen, I'm proud that you listened. Shouts out to all of you that did listen to me. I'm proud of you, of course, coming to me for advice. Because at the end of the day, you could have lost your money like a lot of individuals lost their money. Somebody lost $20,000. Somebody lost $5,000. Somebody lost $11,000. I had a person who lost $7,000. Somebody said they lost $2,000. And again, this is all because one thing is what caused this. But we're going to talk about 9 different ways to not get scammed by the streets. Because a lot of us, we got to realize this, right? We're in this world where greed controls our emotion. And then we don't take time to look at reality as a whole, okay? The reality is right now, I get it. We all want to get successful. We all want to get to the top, whatever the top is. It's subjective. But we got to also understand, too, it has to make sense based on the journey you're taking. As you guys know, I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, grew up here. And at the end of the day, I grew up in the urban development, so I've seen scams come from a lot of different directions, okay? I've seen scams from a lot of different directions. But this one right here made no goddamn sense, okay? People, there's no way in life, this has never been done before, where you could put a certain amount of money and make 200% on your money. Making 300% on your money, making 100% on your money monthly. That doesn't make sense. But we ask ourselves a question, okay? We ask ourselves a question. What makes people invest their hard-working money to go lose it just because they thought it made sense? One thing gets you there, your greed. Greed is a very powerful component that's intrinsically in us. And greed will make us make bad decisions based on one thing called emotion. Because emotionally, we want to get rich overnight. We want to become millionaires overnight. So when these companies come out with these baloney schemes, telling you they can make you 100% on your money, 200%, 300% of your money monthly. Where does that happen? Where does that happen where you double your money monthly? K West was popping. So today I'm going to talk about 9 different ways to not get your ass scammed when it comes to your hardworking dollars being invested in the streets. First of all, let's talk about this, okay? Stop putting your money in the streets. That's just very simple. Wealthy people, multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires are not putting their money in street scams. Wealthy people are putting their money into businesses. They're putting their money into the stock market. They're putting their money into real estate. They're putting their money into things that create true passive income. That's where wealthy people put their money. Bree said the gimmick was they use your money to lend. See, Bree said this. I see there's a gimmick to this. Bree said that this company in Pompano Beach, Florida, the lady that just got caught up, she's locked up. The way they threw it is they're using your money to lend to small business owners or construction companies that are building in surrounding areas. When you look up this company's information, nothing came up. And then they're running it from a tax office. And then at the end of the day, let's really think about this. They're giving you almost 90 to 250% monthly on your money, ROI, return on investment. There's no such thing that exists, people. And we're going to break that down today because I want to help you guys not go through these things. Because if there's one person that gets a lot of DMs and emails and messages about investment opportunities, is myself. Because again, a lot of us, we're getting smarter. We put ourselves in position to say, well, hold on. I may not know what the hell's going on with this company. Something doesn't sound right. But let me call or DM somebody that may know what a good investment is. So shout out to Brittany and many others that was smart enough to say, let me message Bobby and say, hold the fuck up. Let me see what he got to say. Because if a guy like Bobby ain't in it, who likes to make dollars in profits, there has to be a reason. Let me hear what he got to say. So we looked the company up. First thing I remember we seen was a lawsuit for sure. And as we looked the company up, when we're looking up certain things, for some reason the reviews are very minimal for a company that say they've been in business for so long. It was like 2-3 reviews, like their cousins just put some reviews anywhere behind the company to make it look like something. So then I'm looking at it like this. I'm looking at the numbers that certain individuals are saying they're about to get. That's when I realized, hold on. The return on investment, the ROI is already horrible. That makes no sense. It's excessively high. You know, a normal return on investment based on some type of cash flow is usually, let's say, I could say 5 to about 13% on the high side, but the higher the return on investment is, the higher the interest rate you're getting on your investment, the more aggressive it is. Okay, so at the end of the day, 13%, 12%, 15%, you know it's a little bit more aggressive, which is nothing wrong with that. You can get 15%. You can even get sometimes 20% in certain return on investments. But to hear a company say they're giving you 130, 120, 230%, everybody and their mother would have been at your office if it was a legitimate business. Nobody that really understands investment or investments would have been in a position to say no to something that really made sense like that. The sad part is somebody put $300,000 in this person's scam from Pompano Beach, Florida. And the Pompano Beach, Florida office has officially been shut down. Law enforcement has caught the individual. And it's a good thing for you guys to understand. These things need to happen to some people. Because no matter how much you talk to certain types of people, they don't listen until they lose all their money in life. People, this is your hard-working money. If you're looking at multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires, where are they putting their money? in real businesses that involves real people that's working. They're putting their money in the stock market. Some of them even put their money in the crypto market. I barely hear wealthy people say they're putting their money in Forex, even though a lot of people love Forex and Forex makes money. I'm not saying it doesn't. But that's not what I normally hear when I think about the conformed or the transparent businessman, investor. They're always investing in companies that give them equity share. They're always in the stock market for long-term growth. They're always in the real estate market for passive income. So at the end of the day, people, the reality of life is this. One, stop letting your greed control your decisions. Your emotions will have you take the wrong route and have you lose every dollar in your life. Number two, whoever told you about the street scam, did you really take time to vet that person? If you have a person, you know they always scamming, and then you go say, let me listen to a scammer tell me how to invest. What's the logic behind what you just did? A scammer is going to tell you how to invest. Does that make sense? See, a lot of us don't take time to source the people that's giving us advice. If I'm going to sit here on live videos, tell you about stock trading, the first thing I should have is a portfolio of stocks that's trading and investing. Because again, I'm teaching people by theory how I trade. I'm teaching people how I buy stocks, how I invest into my portfolio long term. How could I sit up here and not have a portfolio? A lot of people, we love to listen to people who are doing things that don't make sense. But as long as they have cash in their hand, we naturally believe whatever they're doing makes sense. I want to change this perception right here, right now. The wealthiest people in life don't always have cash. The wealthiest people make their cash on paper. Just so you guys know. Meaning, when they're making their millions and billions, it's getting wired. Wealthy people don't always have all that cash in their pockets. Don't have cash in their face like a cell phone. That's not what the super wealthy do. That's not what people that really understand true investing do. Have you ever seen Jay-Z put a stack of money in his face acting like it's a cell phone? That's some ghetto shit you see. That's a person that wants you to know by theory they're really doing it. They're street rich. And that's why I tell a lot of us, do you want to be street rich or do you want to be super wealthy? Do you want to be wealthy or you want to be street rich? What do you want, the fame or you want the substance? Because some of you are just chasing all the wrong things. This is not the first scam I've heard. But this one here was going so aggressive. I was getting a lot of DMs, a lot of calls on this whole pompano baloney of people putting their money with the company. They don't know shit about the company, but all they hear is this is what they're getting every month. You don't know who owns it. You don't know who. Did anybody of value, of substance, that knows investing put their money into this company? No. But you heard you could make some quick cash. Check with that statement. I could make some quick cash. And that's why a lot of us fail. People's success is not an overnight process. When you want to be super rich, it's not an overnight process. If you want to be rich, if that's what you're looking for, rich is monetary. Whatever rich is to you. Rich may be 5 million, 3 million, 8 million. 500,000 to some people that's rich. 100,000 to some people that's rich. You gotta stop letting your greed control your decisions. Number two, pay attention to who you're sourcing information from. A scammer should not be giving you investment advice. And I want to clarify that too. Here's the next problem, right? A lot of us have this thing. Just because a person is a business owner, they're an investor. Those two don't always correlate. Just because you own a business, that does not mean you're an investor. Being a true investor has a lot of different derivatives. A lot of people think, oh, well, this person started a business. They know how to make money. They're a real investor. No, they invested into themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. But have they invested into asset classes? stocks, crypto, different types of asset classes to see how different type of asset classes roll, different type of ROIs or different type of cap rates. Because we go into this world, once a person knows how to make profits, okay, if a person knows how to sell something, they're an investor. So Bobby buys a bike today for $100, sell it tomorrow for $150. Let me go ask Bobby on how to invest. Bobby don't know shit about the stock market, the real estate market, don't know shit about real entrepreneurship, long-term investing, time value of money. That's who they're going to ask for advice. A person is selling drugs, sold the key, whatever the term is, flipped it, made, I don't know, $40,000. Let me go ask him for long-term investment advice, knowing that he has the most riskiest investment there is to his life. That's who we're going to ask for advice. Sad. Or we'll do this. Let's go to a bank and ask a CSR, customer service representative, who knows shit about investment. Nothing about investment. Bank representatives don't know nothing about investing. If you go to a bank and you're asking a customer service representative, a person who works for a money center bank, a person who works for a bank who gets paid hourly to tell you advice on assets they don't even sell or service, does that make sense to you? And some of us will do that. Let me go to a bank, ask a customer service representative, or let me ask a teller who knows nothing about investing, who is strictly there probably for a paycheck, about where should I invest my money. What do you think they're going to tell you? Put your money in a CD. Put your money in a mutual fund. Put your money in a traditional IRA. Put your money in a Roth. And you ask yourself, what do all these things I just named have in common? These are the only things that these type of banks sell to people like you. Because they know this is where they want to keep you locked in. You have to start to use the tools that exist today. The tools that exist is just listening to people like myself and many other mentors that exist who are really investing. Make sure you vet people. Not everybody's telling the truth. It was so beautiful to see so many people come out this morning, DM me and say, Bobby, I appreciate you. Women and men, I appreciate you, man. I was about to invest my money into this Pompano Beach scam that happened and lose all my money. But for some of them, it was already too late. Bobby, I already put my $5,000. I already put my $8,000. I already put my $20,000. I lost all of it. In life, I always say this, and I say this a lot. All you have to do is listen. All you have to do is listen. Now, when you look at it, some people just lost their hardworking savings. Some people just lost every dollar that they worked hard for just because of greed. You're trying to get rich overnight. You don't have patience. And this is what I don't understand about this world. Some of you will take your whole life and don't do shit. You'll take your whole life, 25, 30 years, don't do shit. And all of a sudden, to put your money in real estate or stocks, 8 months is too long all of a sudden. 9 months is too long all of a sudden. You can't wait that long anymore. You want to get rich tomorrow morning. You want to get rich in 3 weeks, and you wonder why you lose all your money. People, the truth hurts. As you guys know, I'm always going to tell you the truth, the painful truth. That's why I'm actually creating a whole platform called The Painful Truth on YouTube. Because the truth is that the painful truth is what's going to set you free. A lot of us being lied to is what's keeping us where it's at. Number 4, everybody want to get rich quick. That's all this is about. It goes right back to greed. Everybody want to get rich overnight. We just want to get rich right now. Oh my God. I have $5,000 in my bank account. I want to get to $100,000 by next weekend. And that's why we listen to who? Scammers. We listen to who? Sometimes anybody that's lesser of a color than us. It's sad, ain't it? It's sad. A person to be here on social media giving you advice every single day on how to invest and how to win for years. But a person of lesser color could have you lose $20,000 in a second. People, what are we doing? The answers is right in front of you. A lot of you say, where do you start? You start by educating yourself. You start by understanding what investing is. You start by understanding what are you willing to invest. You start by understanding what is return on investments, ROIs. You start by understanding what is cap rates. You start by understanding what is cash on cash ratios. You start understanding self-discipline. Nothing is overnight in anything that you do. I've been investing in trading stocks for 10 years. I'm still learning every single day. I've been doing real estate maybe 14 years. I'm still learning every single day. Every single day is a new learning curve. But some of you, it's like you don't want to wait. You want to get rich right now, this very second. I don't care what I'm willing to lose. I want it today. Number 4 or 5. I don't know where we at. 4. Let's learn how to calculate return on investment. This is a basic formula. Okay. Hypothetically, you invested $5,000 in an investment. And an investment is cash flowing you, let's say $500. You take the cash flow, the CF, $500 divided by the full initial investment, which is $5,000. 500 divided by 5,000, which is probably 20%. That investment, let me make sure before I say it's probably 20%. I think that's 10% actually. That number there is your ROI. And I just told you your normal ROI is between 7 to sometimes 15% on a very risky asset, sometimes 20%. Unless you bought the asset at such a low price when the market has a recession, that could definitely change your cap rates or your return on investment. Cap rates is essentially this similar thing, just like return on investments. It's just a term they use when they're talking about commercial real estate. But this is so crazy, you know, it's seeing some people lose their money through street scams. The streets could tell you any shit and some people will put their money in it. Oh, look, just give me $1,000. I'm going to turn it into $50,000 next weekend. Damn, where do I send the money? Where do I send the money so I can get this $50,000? You know what's happening? Your emotions, your greed. Oh my God, I'm about to give this person my $1,000 and get 40 times that in 7 days. What the fuck? How does that make sense? How does that even make sense? Some of this, I got to really say, you got to use a little bit of common sense. You got to use a little bit of common sense. People, if you don't start to educate your mind, you're going to see that in this world, they're going to take advantage of you to the day that you die. What's going on, Tony Sola? What's up, man? Appreciate the compliment. I'm always preaching to the community. Shout out to also tomorrow. I got a live. I'm teaching, what is that city? Lauderdale Lakes, Chambers of Commerce. I will be live teaching local businesses tomorrow from 12 to 1. Live webinar. I can't wait. I'm excited. Teaching these entrepreneurs different pointers of creating empires. What does it really take? What's the mindset? How do you get there? Number 5, actually. Emotions versus reality. See, here's the thing, right? Your emotions is telling you, oh my God, I'm about to get rich. Oh my God, this doesn't make sense. Oh my God, I just can't wait to put my money in. Then reality sets in. Fuck, I lost my goddamn money. Shit. Oh my God, this thing really didn't make sense. I mean, reality hits you with, wow, what was I thinking? Damn, who did I take advice from? Reality is kicking in. Damn, for some reason, the people I invested with, they're not picking up the phone. They're giving me attitudes. Every time I invest, Tony Solar, send me the DM. They're giving me attitude every time I try to call back. See, getting scammed in this world is very easy for a lot of people. You know why? Because perception and greed. Oh my God, Expert in the building, DJ Expert in the building, baby. That's my guy right there, man. That's my guy. Benny in the building, Shadeen was popping. A lot of people will let perception, a fancy car, a fancy watch, a fancy chain. Y'all see that? 2, 3 chains with diamonds on it. Have you lose all your money. This is why a lot of us get scammed. Because we lose the reality and let the emotion take control. Emotions make you feel like, oh my God, if I do what he's doing, I'm going to drive what he has. I'm going to do and live the life that he has. How do you know he or she is living that life for real? How do you know that car's not rented? How do you know these images on social media is not Airbnb? How do you know that car's not Turo? How do you believe that the brand names they're wearing is real? What makes you believe that the money they say they're making is actually the money they're making? But here it goes again. Emotions. People that finally they caught this lady in Pompano Beach. She's officially arrested for scamming. Did a Ponzi scheme. Scammed for hundreds of millions of dollars. And at the end of the day, it's sad. People give up their retirement account, their hardworking savings. They give up all their hardworking money just to try to get a quick store of value. And it happens. So today I thought I'd share 9 different ways to not get scammed from the streets. People, you gotta, we talked about greed. We talked about sourcing out the person who's telling you this information of opportunity. Oh my God, you don't want to miss out. You better get on this shit quick. We know the street terms. I grew up in the urban development. I get it. Boy, you better get on this, man. You don't want to miss out. Boy, this thing, man, I heard it's crazy. I heard it's crazy. And now the person's, they're drilling in this Russian. Oh my God, boy, you heard what he said. Who is he? Is he an investor? What's the last thing he invested into? Why would I be listening to he or she? See, that's why I say sourcing the person that's telling you about this grand opportunity. 90% of people, 98 and probably 99% of people who are scamming, the person who's always telling you, and let me tell you how good scams have gotten. Scams have gotten this good, where they will pay the person once or twice so that person could go explode and tell the whole streets to do this. Look, I even got it. I even got paid. Now your mind is like, damn, if he got it or she got it, that means I'm going to get paid too. See, we also got to look at what we call the turnover ratio. At the end of the day, when are you going to break even, right? When's your break even point? And how fast is your money turning over, right? Because, okay, you invested $5,000, you get $500 a month. That'll take 10 months to break even. Can the business last for 10 months? Have this company been giving out payments for more than 10 months? These are things to really think about when you're investing. Is the company licensed to take people's dollars and invest it into whatever they're investing into? Because I didn't know that was too legal to just do that. To take people's dollars and just start investing it like it's yours. Banks don't even let you open up bank accounts when they find out you're doing that because of certain type of financial factors. They could get sued. Now, I like what Dane said. Dane said something too. He said, sometimes you have to just take a chance, though. I got into Bitcoin when I knew there was nothing about it and just live with the results. See, there's a big difference, Dane, and you make a good point. There's a strategic risk, and there's just a risk that just doesn't make sense. Strategic risk is, hold on. You kind of have reasoning to believe why this strategy of investing would make sense. And there's risk where we don't know if this company's going to last tomorrow. Very different. When you're doing, there's going to be risk in anything you invest into. I want to clarify that to everybody. There's always going to be risk. But again, strategic risk makes a little bit more sense. You should be asking yourself at least 5 to 7 reasons, why should I invest? Why should I do this? Does it make sense? Let me ask a couple different people who know about investing, who invest, to kind of see what they got to say. And then I'm going to make a final decision. And then at the end of the day, you're a grown adult. Like Dan said, I got to respect that. Sometimes you just roll the dice, do what the hell you got to do. And as long as what we're about to talk about next, as long as you're comfortable losing what you invested, did you think about that? Number 7, when you're investing, are you comfortable knowing that I'm only going to put what I'm comfortable losing? I'm not saying that's what always happens. You're going to lose. But you should only put what you're comfortable losing when you're investing. The goal is not to lose. But if you know you got $5,000 in your bank account and you can only lose $1,000, that's how much you invest. Because people always ask me, Bob, if you were to invest in the stock market, how much would you invest? It's very difficult for me to answer that question. We all have different level amounts of money, and our risk levels are very different. Some people lose $500. They for the rest of the week, they can't focus. A lot of people don't understand that. You only invest into things based on what you're comfortable losing. If you know you can lose $1,000, that's what you invest. You know you can lose $10,000, that's what you could invest. If you know you can lose $50,000, that's what you invest. But to say that if I were you, I love when people say this. If I were you, that's the beginning sentence. I would put, you're not me. How could you tell a person that? I'll always politically answer that question just like this. When people ask me, how much should you invest into anything? You invest what you're comfortable losing. Because at the end of the day, whatever you lose, you should feel no way about it because that's what you're comfortable losing. Now, number 8, results. Have you looked up the results of the company? Some of us don't look at results of anything. All we're doing is we're following greed. I just want to make money. I just want to make some quick cash. And then the streets got you. Stole all your money. Scanned you properly. People not picking up the phone. People getting arrested. Everybody want to get rich quick. Everybody wants things to happen overnight. Oh, Bobby, I want my credit fixed. This is what you do. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to fix my credit by tomorrow morning. Okay, I'm going to get some trade lines and do some baloney shit. Okay, cool. Damn, the person that gave me the trade line not picking up no more. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. See, this is one of the reasons why a lot of us is going to take us time to grow. And I say this to a lot of us so we can understand the reality of life. If you're not trying to get scammed in life and you're really trying to grow, invest into things that other wealthy people invest into. Multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires invest into a couple things. That's just my personal perspective. Real estate, stocks, I could even say crypto, businesses. I don't really see them going too far off from these 4 things that I talked about. At the end of the day, these are the 4 things that business owners have always been investing into. Wealthy vibes is going on. Real estate, stocks, crypto have always been the best type of things that people invest into. And businesses. Entrepreneurship is always going to be a great investment. As long as the ownership in the company is making great cash flow and it's profitable and there's room to grow, people will always invest and want equity stakes sometimes. Real estate, people always love real estate for a lot of different reasons. They want, of course, passive income and they want appreciation so they can pull out the equity and, of course, invest into another product. Stocks is the best thing for long-term growth. I think people get confused with the whole long-term growth thing. Long-term growth is minimum in the world of stocks, minimum 3 to 5 years, minimum. If you really want to see yourself putting yourself in a position where you make $500,000 or more in one stock, you got to hold that thing for 5 to 10 years. If you're not willing to do that, don't invest into the stock. Because a lot of you, I get it, you want to see short-term investing make long-term gains, and that doesn't make sense. Short-term investing can never make long-term gains. What happened even with the crypto market, that's a rare situation that the pandemic dropped the stock market and crypto. Now, if you guys bought some of these cryptos at low numbers last year when the crypto market was at its lows, and you held till now, which is a year later, you could have made a lot of money. But for some of you, you sold in 2 months, 3 months. You couldn't wait. Patience. People, at the end of the day, I'm looking at life like this. I want to get to a point where I'm making 20, 40, 50. I'm worth 20, 40, 50 million dollars. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to grow. Some people that's followed me, my mentees, I'm so proud of you. They're with me. They don't understand what the game is. They understand this game is slow and steady, baby. Slow and steady. I pray to God this real estate market crash. Please crash. Please crash. Yes, the equity on my homes go down. But at the end of the day, that's why right now I'm trying to pull out all the equity out of my properties now. Because I already can see if this market crashes, I want to make sure I have enough liquid to buy as much things that I need. You guys can see me real quiet in a minute. Let this real estate market crash. I'm already pulling equity out of everything and putting myself in position to do what I got to do. Now, you guys know when you're pulling out equity out of products is what? Home equity line of credit. You can do also, if you want, which is more expensive, cash out refi, right? Refinance the mortgage, the interest rate, cash out some dollars. Again, but that's going to be locked in for 30 years. I don't know if that makes too much sense, but it depends, you know. The last thing I want to talk about is common sense. Common sense is a free gift that we all have. But common sense is not so common for some of us because, again, I get it. Investing is a foreign language to some of us. A lot of us weren't taught money, how to manage money, how to invest money, how to save money. So when people tell you an opportunity, even though it makes no fucking sense, a lot of us will sometimes just gravitate towards it because we're just in that mindset of just greed. So our emotions is just naturally attached to greed. So we're thinking, oh my God, I'm just ready to go because you don't know investing. People that invest think through things. They're going to be patient. They have a lot of self-control when they're investing. It has to make sense to them. We don't just sell easily. Things have to make sense. We already have whys, questions of whys and the answers to these questions in our mind. We already did sometimes ratios. We're already looking at how much we're expecting to make. Even if we make 60% of it, we still made a good spread. Just like my stock portfolio is down. And I'm very honest to say it's down. But at the end of the day, I'm already seeing, even if I get 40% of the upside of where my portfolio needs to go, that's close to $600,000 I'm going to make. Just if it goes up 40%, if I could just wait 3 to 5 years. Why not wait? That's it. Why not wait? What am I in a rush for? To what? Take the money back out and put it in the bank? Huh? This real estate market is horrible. Worst time ever to buy a home right now. Please tell me, where do you put your money right now? So I get it. A lot of you, sometimes you need to hear something like this. Not every moment of life is the right time to invest. I see people DMing me now. Oh man, I should have got in Bitcoin. No, what you should have did was, if you really believed in Bitcoin, you could have got in Bitcoin 30 days ago when it was 28,000, 28.8 or 28.7. If you really believe in it, people, the game of anything is buy low, sell high, if that's what you want to do. You don't wait till Bitcoin get to 51,000 today and say, oh, now I should have got in Bitcoin now. What makes you believe it's going to keep going up? What makes you believe it's going to keep going higher? It still hasn't gotten back to the $64,000 that it was once at. And when it dropped, you guys seen it dropped almost more than 60%. See, I like to invest and look at things the way I look at things. I'm going to always make my money the way I make my money. I love real estate. Shouts out to Benny. I believe in real estate. I believe in stocks. I believe in entrepreneurship. I think crypto is going to be growing a lot. I think the world of crypto long term is the future. And again, I want to make sure anything you guys invest into, you make sure you do your due diligence. Some people ask me a lot, Bobby, what about Forex? I can't speak on Forex. I can't say anything negative about it. I can only say wealthy people that I meet, I never heard them say they're into Forex. I never heard a person that's worth $10 million say, I got my money in Forex. Ever. Ever. All my years of living, I always hear stocks, entrepreneurship, real estate. Is Forex a bad asset class? I can't say that. I'd never invested in Forex. But again, if that's something you do invest into, do it. Why not? Make your money however you see. Making wealth nowadays, it's not the same anymore. It's actually become easier because the amount of tools we have, such as Google and YouTube, to give us advice on people's experiences. So you could get wealthy a lot of other ways that I probably didn't even speak about. But I like to stick to things that make sense, that's always been going on, that's still consistent decades later, centuries later, which is real estate, stocks, entrepreneurship. These things have always been the path of investing to creating true wealth. So why change that? But for a lot of you, I want you guys to understand this too. What happened in Pompano, Florida today, it could happen anywhere. And it's happening probably every single day of life where people are getting scammed of all their hardworking dollars every single day because they're following the streets. And this is what my goal is, to teach us financial literacy, to teach us to think before we invest. Find out what investment makes sense for you. What investment class? Is it stocks? Is something that you want to learn? Is it real estate? Does it make more sense for you? Is it crypto? Is that what you want to learn? Whichever route you take, it's really up to you. Or is it entrepreneurship? Because entrepreneurship is pretty unique. That's where you're going to make your money, but it still has to be invested somewhere. If you have a business, you're making your positive cash flow through whatever business you have, it still has to be invested into something like stocks, real estate, or crypto. Now, for a lot of us, we got to understand that's the only way to truly win. You got to invest. That's the only way you're going to see your money quadruple. But again, sometimes people don't want to see quadruple as time slowly moves. They want to see it overnight, and that's where you fail yourself. You're letting emotions take control of you. Well, Melrose, what's going on? Melrose, the realtor. Long story short, in Pompano Beach, Florida, there was a Ponzi scheme that happened that was involved with a lot of people in this community. Put their $5, $10, $15, $20,000 in this Ponzi scheme. This individual is a she, Hispanic, if I believe correct. Made a lot of money, hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, right? Scamming the community. Down to somebody even put $300,000 in her Ponzi scam, where you're going to get a certain type of return per month. Of course, she's not insured, not licensed to be able to do this. Everybody lost all their money. Some people I know lost $7,000, $5,000, $11,000. One person even lost $22,000. And again, right now, some people are crying and they're hurt. But again, this is what happens when we're not utilizing the tools that exist. This is why I'm always here giving advice. Some shouts out to you who are investors. Shouts out to you who believe in yourself to say, look, let me ask somebody who knows what they're doing, who's been doing this for a long time, who's been building and making mistakes for a long time. People making mistakes is what's going to help you grow. I've made a lot of mistakes with a lot of fucking money. I'm going to tell you that. But now I take my time and think about what I'm doing. Because again, that's the only way you win in this world. Long-term investing is how you win. Short-term investing is how you lose, because it's just going to be just greed. All you guys want is greed. Greed will hurt you in this world. You're chasing, of course. A lot of people are chasing unrealistic returns all the time. They don't even know how to calculate the return. That's the problem we're having. That's why I thought today I share how to calculate a basic ROI, return on investment. Profits divided by, of course, initial investment. That's how you, of course, calculate ROI, basic ROI. Then we, of course, could go further, cash-on-cash ratios, turnover ratios. There's a lot of ratios that benefit you. Internal rate of return, IRRs. These are things that are taught in schools, and people say school has no value, right? All these things I've learned in school, these financial ratios. The only thing is a lot of us don't take time to go on YouTube, especially now you can go on YouTube and figure out what ratio works. What's the most common 5 ratios that people use? Why are they using these ratios? What do they really tell you about the investment? To really give you a better insight on, does this investment make sense? But what we're doing is we're following our emotions. We just dying to make money. And when you dying to make money, you're listening to broke people or a person who does not know what investing is, you will lose every dollar that you worked hard for. People, I know it's 12:30. I got to get to some appointments, get to the gym. pop up a little bit. Shout out to everybody in my chat room. Appreciate all the people who are in the room, all the people who also left the room, man. I appreciate all of you because, again, the stock market's very rough right now. There's a big downturn, and my God, there's a correction coming soon. So it's not healthy for a lot of people to be in the market who are not comfortable with the market. I love you all. Appreciate everybody that shares my content if you believe in me. Appreciate everybody who watches my videos, my lives. Appreciate everybody that's going to start being on my monthly subscription next month. I'm starting, it's called Mentourme Mondays, where every month I'm showing you the how-to of something. How to start a business, step by step. How to invest into real estate, step by step, without money or with money. How to buy a commercial building, step by step. See, everybody could talk a good game, but can you prove it? Can you show it? That's the truth. Everybody can say, I'll teach you how to make money. I'll teach you how to do this. Okay, well, show me. Show me you know how to do what you're saying you do. That's what it is. So let's start doing the how-tos. How do you organize your life? How do you manage money? These are things I'm going to be talking about once every month for 3 hours. Let people start to, of course, invest into themselves and learn. Live from the comfort of your living room, come learn how to build wealth the right way. And shout out to the people who, of course, came back to me with the whole Jay Morrison thing. Look, the brother was, I never met the brother. I get the hustle. I get it. The guy raised a lot of capital. He did what he did. Results don't lie. From what people are saying till right now, and of course the financial show, there is not one home built. From what I've been told, the guy raised $15 million. I remember there was a whole statement, I'm buying back the block. What block did you buy? Again, now if he built the block and he'd actually started giving the cash flows and ROIs that he promised, this would have been a whole different ballgame. But again, I don't like to judge people because, again, that's their life. Some of you invested, you lost your money. But again, I always tell people too, but when you're investing, it's the last thing before I close out. Are you asking the person or the people the right questions? Because if you ask the right questions, you will see how easily you'll find the right answer to whatever it is that you're investing into. This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Appreciate the love. You guys enjoy your day. Tonight I will be going live talking about hygiene. A lot of kids are going back to high school. It's not just about the kids. I'm talking about business professionals, bad breath. Hygiene is such an important factor in life when you're meeting people, and we don't understand how important it is to have good hygiene. I will be live tonight at 9:30 talking about the importance of how to talk to a person about bad hygiene. Some people got stink-ass breath, stinky breath, however you want to say it, breath that's not really receptive to the norm, however you want to word it, okay? But at the end of the day, we got to figure out how to fix these issues. How do you talk to a person that has bad hygiene, bad breath? Why is this topic even important? Why is hygiene important? How you smell, fragrance, based on what location you're at, based on what meeting you're going to, based on young kids going to school. Why is bad breath a tough subject to converse with the individual that you call your friend? Let's find out. Mentor me. This is your boy Bob from Mentor Me. You guys enjoy your night. Shouts out to all the stock traders, investors, people that's in the crypto market, people that's learning, and of course, sharing my content. All you got to do is click the share button, people. Mentourme.com.